rates are up 123%. Premiums for homeowners are up 16%. The average electricity bill in America is up 28%. That affects the cost of home ownership. No wonder people can't buy a home. This dollar, thanks to President Biden and Vice President Harris's inflation, they've been inflation machines. This dollar was worth $1 when President Biden and Vice President Harris took office. It's worth 75 cents today.
What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. Currency devaluation accelerates the collapse of the dollar and the impending global monetary reset. As dollar liquidity dries up, XRP will emerge as the solution for governments to address and settle all debts. There's a time and place for everything in motion. Some really big news for XRP in the crypto markets today. But let's start with the BRICS nations right here. $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock secretly preparing for the US dollar collapse. Is it really secret though? You have people like Warren Buffett, investment managers like JP Morgan with record balance sheets when it comes to the amount of cash they're holding. It's very clear a market correction is coming. And if you don't believe me, just look at the past 3 times in history when the Federal Reserve did a 50 basis point rate cut, and there were massive market crashes following that as well. Another big important macro thing to keep an eye on, the first time that the yield curve has been inverted for 700 days in the past 100 years just happened. Last time this happened in 1929, Great Depression. What happened? The yield curve was inverted for 700 days. It flipped positive, market pumped for 1 month, and then the stock market crashed 90%. 2024, doing the same thing in 1929. Inverted yield curve, turned positive. If you don't know what that is, just Google the significance of the inverted yield curve. Same thing in 1929. In 2024, we have this 700-day inverted yield curve. It just went positive this September. And we also have that interest rate cut. What do you guys think is going to happen in the market? It's obvious there's going to be some sort of correction. Massive news for Ripple today. They received in-principle approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority. In the post, they say Ripple, the leading provider of digital asset infrastructure, has secured in-principle approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority to expand its services from the Dubai International Financial Center. This milestone significantly strengthens Ripple's global footprint as a regulated, keyword regulated, entity and enables the introduction of seamless cross-border payment services, including Ripple's Payment Direct RPD in the United Arab Emirates. With this authorization, Ripple is set to roll out its enterprise-grade digital asset infrastructure. And Dubai is already the center for a lot of things as a futuristic city. But when it comes to crypto, they're taking a forward approach. And Stuart Alderati, head Ripple lawyer, says, good news. As Ripple continues to add our global license portfolio, 55 and counting, a testament to our continued engagement with global regulators and the growing opportunity in jurisdictions that choose to support innovation. Chad says, with today's announcement from Ripple, there is no longer a need for debate on XRP being used or not in the BRICS plus nations, right? There's a big war between the BRICS nations, the US dollar nations, and obviously Ripple's headquartered in the US. However, it's very clear XRP is not just for use in the USA. It's already being used in Dubai. It's already being used in Southeast Asia. And these BRICS nations are going to adopt the innovation no matter what it looks like. Have you guys been paying attention to these border strikes? They're talking about potential port strikes and how this could affect the economy. I want you to take a listen to this.
Chris, real quick before you go, what is your assessment of the economic situation today, and how does that worsen should a strike happen?
Well, I think week over week is how you measure this. I was involved in the Taft-Hartley in 2002 when the West Coast port shut down for nearly 2 weeks, and we measured in advance the impact that shutdown was going to have week over week. So when I say a week equals a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks equal a quarter, you could see this spill well into 2025. The ramifications, not just to the supply chain, including trucking, but the entire economy. choice will be limited and prices are going to be higher. So that's not good news going into an election, going into the holidays. This administration needs to get to the table and broker a deal right now.
Wow. All right.
And I did see a few tweets about these port strikes. I haven't seen a ton of credible sources. If you know anyone who does work in this field or you found some information on this, it's a story that I'm going to be following, as ports obviously impact a big portion of the supply chain. And you're seeing Bitcoin continue to bleed out again, just hanging on for dear life around the 62K range, bringing the rest of crypto down with it. A lot of factors affecting crypto right now that are not directly involved in crypto, predominantly the macroeconomic conditions. But you're going to want to watch the 62K level on Bitcoin, as it will, if it breaks, pull everything else down. Now the XRP price, look at this on Cointelegraph, the most legitimate. This is like the Forbes when we're talking about crypto reporting. Very legitimate company. They don't clickbait. And they're talking about XRP's price breaks a 3.5-year downtrend. We've been talking about that resistance line at 60 cents for a long time. And this analyst is predicting $200. In this past quarter, XRP is already up 40%. As illustrated in the chart, XRP's weekly price trend was under a long-term descending trend line. You can see it. It's a little bit, it's this turquoise line right here, this 8-year long downtrend. And then we have on the green a 3.5-year downtrend, okay, which is a little bit lower. And you can see XRP has absolutely smashed through both of those. The charting guy in Independent Technical Analysis highlights this particular pattern as well and mentions that it also broke a 7-year downtrend. There is no other chart, and I can't overstate this enough, no other chart in crypto that has a 7-year downtrend. There's no other token in crypto that's been around for 7 years that's still relevant today, except for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, maybe Dogecoin, all the Bitcoin derivative projects. But there's no other top 10 coin that's still been around through these past 3 bull runs. If you look at the bull runs from 2012, 2017, 2021, the top 10 cryptos always changes, except for your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, your Ethereum, your XRP. The rest, the other 6, they just change. There's no crypto that has a 7-year downtrend. I know you've been waiting a long time, but these are the times you've been waiting for. Another independent trader, Javon Marks, explained how XRP might rally another 30,000% from its current price out to a whopping $200. And this is not a far-fetched prediction, guys. Using fractal analysis, when you look at a price chart, look at the previous impulse. Okay, XRP consolidated for about 3 years, pumped 50,000% in 2018. It's been consolidating for 7 years now. And if it pumps again another 40,000%, that's $200. Now, as a asset gets higher in market cap, which XRP is higher in market cap now, it needs more economic energy to do that same gain from 2018. Now, think about how many more people are in crypto compared to 2018. Think about the regulation that's improved. Think about the institutional clarity and institutional use cases, particularly with Ripple and XRP. You could see an even bigger gain. Now, I like to be a little bit passive and expect a smaller gain, but I need you to understand this is not far-fetched. He also argues that XRP is currently broken out of a 7-year pennant pattern. Unless you've been living under a rock, we've been talking about the 7-year pennant for a long time, which may undergo a full logarithmic follow-through. Such a bullish breakout would lead to a $200 target in the coming months. Crazy to think about that. And Moon Carl, another really famous trader, I think he Forbes 30 under 30. This guy went famous in the last bull run for buying a Bugatti. What color is your Bugatti? In Ethereum, paid full Ethereum for his Bugatti. And he's saying the XRP's price chart, looking at 90 cents in the short term, it's retested the resistance on the 1-day chart, and it's looking to pump. And right here, Meld Gold confirms tokenized gold on the XRP ledger. We all know that tokenized real-world assets on the blockchain are a thing that's going to be very dominant in the future. And yesterday, the first transaction went through, and a further rollout will happen through October. Meld Gold released 2 new stablecoins on the XRP ledger, backed by gold and silver, respectively. Each token will represent 1 gold or 1 gram of each precious metal. By on-ramping essential liquidity, new and existing users can capitalize on the XRP ledger's native features, including the DEX, automated market maker, payment systems, and the upcoming EVM sidechains and money markets. So we're seeing the real world asset tokenization happen right now. And like I said earlier in this video, I'm expecting a market correction. Every time the Federal Reserve has cut rates by 50 basis points in the past, you see a market correction. And the market is at all-time highs right now. Look at the run-up to the 1929, 1930 market crash, the Great Depression. The parabola of that chart from the 15 years leading up to the Great Depression looks exactly like from 2000 to 2024 right now. Complete parabola up. The market cannot go up forever. This guy's also calling for a correction. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think we're going to see a market correction significantly in the next year or not? And if you guys made it this far in the video, I want you to comment chart in the comment section below whenever you watch the full video. It's the best way to support. So let me know you're a loyal viewer by commenting chart in the comment section below and hitting that like button. Thank you in advance. And I want to leave you with this flip the switch XRP video.
It's funny, we always hear about a flip of the switch, a moment we've perceived to mean the start of a massive pump. But what actually happens when you flip a switch? The light turns on. Is TCRB the flip the switch moment? The moment where truth comes to light and the agenda is finally revealed? Could this cause the mythological price rise we've been hearing about for years? It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from mathematician Andrew Wiles. Perhaps I could best describe my experience of doing mathematics in terms of entering a dark mansion. One goes into the first room and it's dark, really dark, and one stumbles around bumping into furniture. Gradually, you learn where each piece of furniture is, and finally, after 6 months or so, you find the light switch, and suddenly, it's all illuminated and you can see exactly where you are. So maybe, if TCRB is the flip the switch moment, it simply means the truth will come to light, and instead of being a grand finale all-time high moon date, that instead it will serve as the beginning to a sustainable rise and true education, not relentless market-making lies about technology we've known all along has been chosen.